Can you hear those guys? Jesus Christ. Been buzzing all morning. All right, family. What's up? What's up? Meant to get out here earlier, but my Robinhood portfolio is doing some fun things, so it's hard to keep my eyes off it. Okay, anyways, y'all remember how I planted that spinach out here? The soil is so dense, it's really not taking very well. So what I did is I got some peat moss and I got some chicken manure. The peat moss, you'll see, I'm gonna walk you all through it right now. I pulled out my Gorilla cart, Big Bertha. He's gonna help me out. I need to dig out those spinach heads, and I need to take about a third of that soil out, and then I'll go from there. So I'm gonna get started on that, and then I'll see you guys when that's all finished. All right, family. So I dug out the first bed. I took out all of the spinach. Not sure all of them are going to make it, and that's my bad. Keep in mind, this is my first year doing this. I just got that soil, didn't do much to it, put it inside the frickin' bed, and then put some things in it. Some things took, some things didn't. Now that I'm coming back to it, I'm realizing what I'm doing wrong. So this is me trying to fix it. And luckily I only planted one bed, so that's the only bed that I really have to fix. Time out. I need to get some water. Okay. Time in. Okay. So here's me trying to fix it now. What I have is some peat moss and some chicken manure. You have to prepare this, the peat moss, before you use it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going and kind of walk you through that for the most part, for what I've read, because I've never done this before. So here goes nothing. Here grows nothing. Ouch. Okay. I have a mask on because this peat moss is dusty, very, very dry, super compacted as well. So it might not look like it's dry right here, but as soon as you start to dig in, you're definitely going to feel it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up both of these buckets here, probably about 3/4 of the way up, and then I'll top them off with water, and I'll show you exactly what it does. So keep in mind that this is supposed to like monitor moisture in soil, and look how much it repels it in the very beginning. So I'm going to fill these up real quick. You can see just how spongy and soft it is. Absolutely beautiful. This will make really good seed starter as well if you want to like prepare these and then put them into cells and start some seeds, some starters in them. This is a perfect material to do that. So I got this guy filled here. I'm gonna go grab the hose. I'll be back, my friends. That's fine. Here we got peat moss, and here we're adding water. You can tell it's starting to just float right up to the top, and when I dig in, it doesn't really seem like it's wet. So it's going to take a lot of manipulation to get this completely soaked. Some people say to leave it soaked for 4 hours. One guy just mixed it until it happened. I'm going to kind of do a combination of both. I'm also going to do more than just one bucket because I have 6 beds to do this too, so to amend. So yeah, you don't need me to see me do this for 30 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of do this off camera, and I'll speed it up when it's done so I can start showing you to how I'm going to amend the soil. Alright, Joe. So I got the peat moss ready to roll. Yeah, let me show you something cool about it. So I'm gonna do it without a glove. So here it is. Right. And it is very soft, and if you listen, it definitely has some moisture to it, but it bounces back like a sponge, and it still has moisture, but it's fluffy, but it's not like completely soaked like dripping water. So it's absolutely perfect, and I got an entire bucket full. Bam. Very cool. Next, this stuff, it stinks. No. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix that with, let me show. So I'm just gonna mix that chicken manure with the bed that I had already kind of dug up. And if you see, Big Bertha's got a good load on her. And this is all kind of soft and tilled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna till it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna top dress it with the manure. And then I'm going to take the peat moss and I'm going to mix it with this stuff here. And I'll probably have a little bit more soil than needed, but that's okay. I want it to be nice and full. And like I said, I don't know if these spinach babies are going to make it or not. You know, I might just take the L on those spinach and just make sure I mend the beds and prepare the beds for the seeds and seedlings and starters that I have in my room and in the garage, because I have a lot of leafy greens coming. That would be a perfect spot for them right up front. If you see that little, like, the green slats up against the fence too, this little project that my dad's working on. I like it. I don't like it. I'm not sure. We're gonna completely finish it hopefully this week, but it'll go around. It's good to block the dogs from seeing things, although they do hear things. So once we get kind of finished, this area is kind of where I would like it the most, and up by the front gate, just because they hate the dogs hate our neighbor Joe. So to block this off so they can't see him would be really good. And then we have some row covers for these guys, so we're going to cover the borders, try to kill all that netting. That's not netting. We're going to kill all that the weeds there, and hopefully I can just plant in the ground, because I do have a lot of sunflowers. So it'd be really cool to just completely deck out the border of this place with sunflowers. So that's kind of my idea. Anyways, chicken manure is going to go in here. Like I said, I'm going to keep tilling it a little bit so it gets completely nice and fluffy, and then I'll put the chicken manure in there, and I'll till that up a little bit, get it all nice and worked together, and then I'll dump the peat moss in. We'll go from there. Cool. This shit stinks. Now, seems to look okay. This is so muddy. Such crap. I feel like they pulled one over my eyes. Like the guy I was talking to just wanted to hurry up to make the sale, because I didn't ask for like filler dirt. I asked for topsoil that had like 50-50 compost. They literally just sent me filler dirt, and it's trash. So, damn it. All right. So that was just one bucket full. Could use a little bit more chicken manure, but what I did was I just grabbed one bag of peat moss, one bag of chicken manure, and I want to amend one bed. It'll give me an idea of how much I need for technically 5 beds. The 3 beds that are in the back are have really solid soil, so I'm working up a sweat. I haven't done this in a while. And on top of amending them, I also need to mulch, so that's next as well. So I'm gonna get another thing of peat moss going. You guys don't need to see that. All done, guys. Let me show you the difference of this 2 soils that I just did. So this was my unamended soil that I literally didn't really do much to. I just put it in there and planted stuff. And it is tough and dry until you get to this underneath the surface, and then it's just like crumbly, and it doesn't really hold water very well. And when it does, it just turns into mud because of how dry and crumbly it is. You know, it's not, what? Dry and crumbly it is? Wow, that was hard. So definitely needs some love. And this is what I did to it. This is the soil now that it's completely amended. It has about half of a cubic foot of chicken manure in this bed. This is a 5 foot by 2.5 foot bed. And then it took about 4 buckets, 5-gallon buckets full of peat moss. And I just kind of did lasagna layers and hand tilled them all in. And the difference is just so crazy, drastically different. So yeah, so I need, let's see, so we need about 3 bags of chicken manure. I'll probably get 4 because I want to do the trees as well. And then I'll probably do 1 more bag of the 3 cubic foot peat moss. And hopefully if I stay pretty steady on this, I can get all of those beds done probably this week. And I know that some of the spring things that I'm starting now, they're kind of frost hardy. So the peas and the beans and some of the leafy greens, the kale, the spinach, the romaine, I can probably put those out. I probably will, just to free up some room. Alright, y'all, so y'all didn't do. Alright, just kidding. So, let me show y'all. The small bed is done. Nice and amended. It looks so much better. I'm not gonna lie, it actually smells a lot better too. The chicken mixed with everything else really makes it just smell like you grabbed a bag of soil from the store, which I really enjoy. Alright family, we're in my room. Look at these guys. I had to take the dome off because they're already hitting the top of it. These tallest ones are the sugar snap peas. Right behind it are the snow peas. These are my shelling peas. Still no blue beans, so I'm going to have to redo the beans there. Going to have a good plethora of sweet Genovese basil. It's funny, these zucchinis are already starting to have little florets form, so that's kind of fun. Roma tomatoes, San Marzanos down below. Looking forward to freeing up this space and getting some seeds in. Alright y'all, we're in the garage. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of walk you through what we have. Kale is going to be in this first row here, these 3. It looks like it's getting too hot. The colors that are changing here, that kind of gives the evidence that it's probably getting too hot. So the arugula and the kale are starting to turn a little bit of color. Got a good bunch of romaine here. That's going to be really fun. We eat a lot of romaine, so I wanted to make sure we had a lot to grow. Arugula, like I said, these 2 here starting to turn some colors. I got some more bloomsdale spinach going too, so I don't have to worry about the ones that I ruined out front. Marigolds are going to be there and there. And then the black watchman is going to be here. These are some very tall flowers. Not as tall as this guy though. This is just this, looks like a red sun sunflower. So yeah, these are all sunflowers here. The velvet queens are going to be the red stems. These giant gray stripes are going to be here, the really, really tall ones. These guys here are going to be the American giants. So already forming the third set of leaves. They're probably about 9 inches tall already. Very, very cool. This guy, this is a skyscraper. So he's already nice and tall too. He's probably the tallest one. Cucumbers are doing really well, except for these guys. I don't know what happened here. Looks like they might need some water. I'll make sure to water them right now. Yeah, I got a celery going here. Doing really well. The hibiscus mix are doing really well. All these red stem sunflowers there are the skyscraper. So another one just like this one here. And then I have some zinnias, some cosmos in the back with 2 sets of onions, 2 different kinds, burgundy and some Walla Walla yellow onions, and the peppers. The peppers are starting to sprout too, so they are in the heating mat. Heating mat is at 77 degrees, and it's starting to do really well. I think, let's see what the most prolific ones will probably be. The red and green jalapenos. I need another shop light. Maybe I can put it underneath and do another kind of shelf of grow. But very, very, very happy with the amount of germination that I have going so far between my room and this garage. Come spring, I'm going to have a nice, full, lush garden. I'm actually very, very excited about it. And I'm not even done sowing seeds yet, so this is just the beginning of it. I wish I had more space. That's all I got today. Tomorrow I'm going to get more peat moss, more, well, you can't even see me. More peat moss, more chicken manure, and then we are going to get the rest of the beds amended and the trees amended as well. So we'll see you tomorrow. I said